Perfect. Perfect.
Fitness class is one way of keeping yourself entertained. I'm going to work later. I hurt now. Lockdown. Hi guys, I am Dave and this is Fore Golf. Just like pretty much everyone else around the world, I am now into a lockdown period. Self-isolation, whatever you want to call it. I'm just not leaving these four walls for a little while. So the situation in Australia and Perth specifically is that we aren't quite on lockdown. We are encouraged to self-isolate and back away from doing what we would ordinarily do in terms of meeting in large groups. Within golf specifically, the government advice has been that golf can continue, however, it can only be played one person at a time, or two people that normally reside with each other can play with each other. What that's basically left most golf courses in a situation where they can't enforce those rules. There's no way that they could. So many of them, and also it wouldn't be financially viable for them to operate under those circumstances. So most golf courses have or will be closing in the coming days. Those that aren't, sometimes they're staying open for members only and they're not allowing public access. Some are shut immediately. So throughout this period, it is going to have a huge impact on golf courses, but also lots of businesses. So if there are businesses around that you want to still be able to utilise at the end of this, support them if you can. Everyone's circumstances are different, right? I'm very fortunate. I can still work from home. I've been doing that for 2 weeks. There are many other jobs though where that's not possible, or quite simply once those businesses close their doors, even temporarily, they are not going to be able to earn money. Now if you're in that situation, there's no question you're going to cut back on what your spending is. But if you're not in that situation, you are still able to earn, and there is a gym or a golf course or a kebab shop that you love. Kebab shop. I pick literally the one thing that won't stay open. But seriously, if there's a business that you want to continue supporting, do whatever you can for them, right? Because if it means that they're still around at the end, on the other side of this, then great. Sun City itself, where I play most of my golf up in Yanchep, has closed. And they came to that decision after the very sad news that one of our members actually passed away from COVID-19 on Friday. Now, I didn't know Ray Daniels, the guy who unfortunately has passed away, but it's one of only 2 deaths in Western Australia, and yeah, now it feels just a little bit more real. So obviously my thoughts are certainly with Ray's family, and we just hope that we can get ahead of this disease as quickly as possible and prevent the spread any further. Western Australia itself hasn't had many cases, 300, something like that. When you consider that Western Australia is about the size of continental Europe, that is pretty good. It's probably about the best time to be living in the most isolated city in the world, that's for sure. Travel has been severely restricted. We're advised to stay within our local region, let alone travelling interstate or anything like that. They've placed a ban on Australians leaving the country, and also anyone that does enter the country goes into mandatory isolation, sometimes in 5-star hotels. Okay, so I did want to spend a little bit of time just talking about how I am trying to get through this period. Obviously, we're all going to be struggling with being isolated, being separated from the rest of the world, and potentially spending more time with your loved ones than you, let's say, ordinarily do. One way we have coping with that is we have a new person in our house. We've got Chad. Chad's responsible for anything that annoys us about each other. So give it a go. Chad leaves his stuff in the sink. He doesn't tidy up the PlayStation when he's finished with it. He farts in bed. Come to think of it, Chad does a lot of the stuff that I do, but
Okay.
if Chad leaves the stalls out all the time?
Chad's But the idea is don't be a Chad. But also remember that it is going to be a frustrating time for you, and just cut each other a little bit of slack. The other things I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stay as physically active as possible. So I did take part in an online fitness class run by McRae Fitness yesterday. My legs are hanging, so thanks, Tara.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How'd you end it?
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. So, fitness class is one way of keeping yourself entertained. I'm going to hurt later. I hurt now. So, what are you laughing at? And also trying to put some practice into my golf game as well. So, with that in mind, I did buy a couple of things before this came. I must have known something was coming. So, I purchased a skills, tempo and grip trainer, which, look, it was a bit of an impulse buy, but to be fair, I've been looking at getting just the grip trainer element of it for a little while anyway. So I will do a deeper video into that and how it functions. Sorry, Chad's just put a dent in the kitchen bench top. And also I've got this Eyeline Golf putting alignment mirror as well. So if anyone's watched any videos recently, they'll know that putting has been letting me down massively. So by the end of this, I'm going to be an average putter, and we'll say no more about that. So as I said, I will post some videos just once I've had a little play around with those. And I've also got some on-course footage, but obviously with not knowing the duration of how long we're going to be in lockdown, I probably want to save that up for a little bit. Because I do desperately want to keep up the video release schedule. I'm doing basically every 3 days a new video is coming out now. So throughout this time, people are going to be using YouTube more than they were before. I certainly am. I'm absolutely smashing it. If I can help that out and relieve the boredom and, you know, stop a divorce, then all the better. So the other thing I have been doing as well, and most of you are going to be in this boat, is I've been hitting the PS4 pretty hard as well. So Fore Golf, I am on there on PlayStation Network, so do seek me out if you wish. The game that I bought recently, I bought the Golf Club 2019. Anyone that remembers the old Tiger Woods days, this is not the same sort of game, but it is really good from the aspect of the online, because you can do a few different modes in there, but you can also do design your own courses as well, which is really, really cool. I've done a few, they are on there, so if you've got the game, search my tag, which I'll put along here now. And also, one of the guys that is a subscriber, Chris Adams, he did create as well a Team Owl society on there as well. Alex Etches obviously plays this on the Xbox, so we can't do cross-platform functionality unfortunately on that, but more than willing to participate in spreading the word. Also, if you haven't seen the video that Al did where he tries to attempt to drive 33,000 yards or something in 100 drives, it's epic. Go check it out. So in terms of the next few videos, obviously there won't be anything from outside of these 4 walls. So do have a think about what you would like to see. I have thought about doing some of the Golf Club 2019 stuff even, some practice drills, you know, what I'm doing to stay fit, what I'm doing to stay sharp in my golf game as well. But just drop me a comment below. I'd love to know what you would like to see. And look, that might be nothing, but by all means, just interact with me, because the subscriber count is still steadily growing. So clearly something is going right, and I want to continue to produce content for those that are here and watching the videos. Last thing I want to say is just, in these times, do stay connected with other people. Don't feel because you are inside your own house that the world has stopped around you. So do things you wouldn't normally do, right? We've been doing just FaceTime chats with people, you know, virtual beers, you know, or whatever. Call your nan, all right? Speak to someone that you haven't done so in a long time. Just have a chat, because mental health is probably going to be as affected as physical health is going to be throughout this period. It's being overused. I didn't want to even use it in this video, but do stay safe. And one of the ways to stay safe is by continuing to interact with people. So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have been one of the more recent subscribers, thank you so much. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you did like it, smash that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and please leave me a comment below with what you want to see from the channel. Stay safe. Speak soon.
Hello.
Hey Nan, it's David.
Oh, hello. Wow. Twice in 1 week. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I thought it'd be a good thing to stay in touch regularly as you can't go anywhere. So
No, it's a bit boring, you know, but I'm very grateful to Dad doing the shopping.
Perfect.